Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. This is Glossy Philosophy. My name is Jansen Finman. Make sure that you are subscribed to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up because today we are talking about how to have more fun with your clothes and create those really unique to you outfits. So stay tuned. I don't know about you, but when February rolls around, I am already kind of in spring mode. Now, I live in the Midwest, so it's still pretty cold, and it will be cold for quite a while. But I want to wear some pops of color. I want to start having a little bit more fun with my clothes. I'm a little bit tired of the neutrals that I've been wearing, which is, yes, I realize a little funny since I'm wearing a black dress. However, if you are looking at the details of what I'm wearing, you'll notice that I have added a few pops of color and just some spring accessories to liven up this otherwise black shirt dress. So let's start with what I'm wearing. I'm wearing a black shirt dress from Boden, which is a great company, especially for dresses for women. This is a shirt dress. It has a little bit of a collar. You can unbutton or button as much as you want to. Now this came with a self-tie waist in black, which I think looks very elegant. However, if you want to amp it up, if you want to add just your own personal twist, grab a belt that you already own and try that on with a dress, and I bet it will just feel a little bit more you and a little bit less catalog. So I grabbed one from Mercado Global, and this is a woven belt. You can really play with how you want to wear it. I usually wear this belt in the summer and maybe towards the end of spring, so it just reminds me of warmer weather to come. It also has a global inspiration. So it feels timeless, and yet it also feels like it's kind of livening up this dress. I've added a bracelet stack over here in some really fun contrasting colors, and again in materials that feel a little bit more spring summer. So I have this dress that can really be dressed up, dressed down. It can be kind of any season except for super hot summer. And I've just added some more spring summer accessories, and all of a sudden it feels a little bit fresh, a little bit new. I don't even care that I'm wearing my fleece tights underneath. Now, how can we do this with some other outfits? Now, you can add in some really fun patterns and color, but we're gonna start a little bit more basic and kind of go a little bit more fun, as you can see. So the first outfit that I'm gonna grab is a barrel leg pant from Citizens of Humanity in a navy. This is a really dark wash navy, but the shape of this is the fun part. So it's a barrel leg, but it's a very gradual barrel leg. It's not anything huge. It just has a little bit of expansion around the knee and then tapers down toward the ankle. It also has a cargo pocket on the side and is definitely a utility, more of a utility casual pant. How can we play with this? We can play with this by adding some kind of a button down. Now I've chosen a striped button down in silk from Boden. And it's also in a very similar navy as the pants. So it's almost a monochromatic moment going on. But we've added a really sharp stripe, which again is definitely a spring trend and something we'll be talking about in March. But it's also classic and timeless. Now I really like this one from Boden because the stripe feels a little bit different. It feels a little bit fresh. Usually when we get stripes, they feel very close together or they feel super far apart. This is kind of that in between, right? The stripe is very bold. And together, these are kind of a masculine combo. So you can really play with your accessories, you can play with your hair, you can play with your makeup to feminize it or to kind of go along with that either androgynous or more masculine feel. But this is a really great base outfit. You can absolutely add a different kind of a belt depending on where you're going, what you're doing. This outfit can take you kind of anywhere, but the silhouettes and the materials that you've chosen have made it a little bit more fun, a little bit more unique. Going along the navy train, I'm gonna pull out a skirt from Ann Taylor, which I really, really like. It's kind of a cross between a midi skirt, a pencil skirt, a tapered skirt. It's got a lot going on, right? This pattern is so pretty. It kind of reminds me of like Moroccan tiles, but it has some really beautiful colors. It has a red that is almost an orange red, but very vibrant, and yet it doesn't overwhelm the skirt. There's lots of white peeking through. Obviously, the whole thing is based in navy. There's another kind of blue, and so it just reads really, really well. And then, of course, there's the pattern on the bottom as well. So you can do a lot with this. You can pair this with a white t-shirt, a white tank come spring, summer, but for now, I'm gonna go with a cropped navy sweater and a roll neck. So again, we're playing with that casual, fancy vibe. We have the cotton roll neck, which feels very comfortable, very casual. And then we have this kind of dressy skirt and more of a structure. So we have unstructured and structured, casual versus fancy, and it just creates a really interesting outfit. It feels appropriate for work, it feels appropriate for errands, it feels appropriate for pretty much anything except for super luxe, going out to dinner kind of event. And again, mixing and matching companies and even years is a really great way to put your own spin on something. Now, because it is still really cold, I'm pairing this with knee-high suede boots, but come spring, summer, I'm thinking espadrilles, I'm maybe thinking a really strappy sandal, lots and lots of options with both of these. I can wear the sweater with shorts come spring, summer on those cooler nights. Now, the next thing we're gonna do is not that far of a step from what I just pulled, but we're playing with color a little bit more on the top. I'm grabbing this gorgeous green cashmere sweater from Nordstrom, and it is definitely on the oversized silhouette. So if something in my outfit is really oversized on either the top or the bottom, then I like to do the opposite on either the top or the bottom. So what I'm doing is I'm grabbing a black, basically a cigarette pant from LOFT, and I'm pairing it with a leopard print belt. And all of these things, even though we're not in monochromatic land anymore, are very subtle and just kind of hint at some personal style and also give a really interesting visual cue to say that you have a personality, you have an opinion about things, and yet it's very subtle and very warm as well, right? We're working with materials that make sense for the time, and yet we're just lightening it up. We're having a little bit more fun by adding in those bursts of color, by adding in some print, and then of course you can play with your shoes depending on if there's snow or not snow going on where you live. Another sweater option is to go with something like a cardigan. So here we are again, we have a really bright and fun color on the top. Now, I ordered this cardigan. This is from Boden. This is a cotton cardigan. I ordered it 2 sizes up from what I would normally do so that I could have a little bit more of that bag, that playfulness, that ease that we are kind of seeing. And I'm pairing it with a wider leg straight from A Goldie. These jeans I've shown many, many times. I'm getting lots and lots of questions about these. These are the Frans. I had to order, I think, 2 sizes down, so make sure that you are also grabbing a couple different sizes if you are interested in these and just seeing which one works. It is a full-length jean, but it comes rolled up for you, and I personally think that it looks better rolled up rather than as the full length, but just in case you wash it and it becomes unrolled, don't think that you've ruined your pants. I'm going with a braided leather belt. Again, I think belts can be so important. They can add something, especially when the sweater is kind of calling the attention of the outfit. I think that can be a really great way to add that third styling element that makes everything just kind of pop a little bit more. And then I'm going to add a little bit of pattern with some faux snake heels, some kitten heels from Sam Edelman. And all together, again, it just is very playful, it's very fun. This is a great weekend outfit or a very casual Friday. You can absolutely wear it with sneakers if that's your vibe, etc., etc. The cardigan itself has a little bit of detailing, and then I just added a faux satin cami underneath from LOFT. I think, again, just adding in those pops of color in the appropriate material for where you live can be very revitalizing and can bring a lot of life into the face because, right, we all get those kind of sallow tones, those kind of sad skin in February. We've been inside for a very long time, and you know, maybe we just haven't been able to get outside because it's so cold. And then the last is not to discount a dress. I mean, dresses are just so easy, aren't they? They're one and done dressing. You don't have to think about it. The only thing you have to think is how are you going to accessorize? How are you going to add in those other 2 styling elements? You could add in a belt here, but I really do like, because it has a very subtle pattern, I like not having a belt with this one and maybe just going with some kind of a necklace, maybe going with some bracelets or popping with my bag or my coat, something like that. But this dress, even though it has sleeves and is in a cotton jersey, is in a bright, bright blue, almost an ultramarine blue that again is very popular come spring, summer, but Boden has thought it through and given us some sleeves and given us a really good length, both for knee-length boots and also for some really great espadrille sandals later on. So those are my tips for kind of livening up your wardrobe, having a little bit more fun, and playing with your outfits. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Again, in February, not only does our skin get a little sad, I just feel like the mood in general, like it's such a short month. We can't wait for spring. Maybe we can't wait for our travel plans in March, but we want to start wearing those colors. But how do we do that appropriately, stay warm, and yet also participate in the now and in the future? I do fashion videos every Wednesday, beauty videos every Friday. Make sure you are following me on Instagram and watching the shorts in between for more outfit inspirations to make your life a little bit easier and a little bit more glossy. And I will see you very soon in the next one. Bye.